The line by Ralph Mathekga. He's a political analyst and author of Ramaphosa's Turn, Can Cyril Save South Africa? Thanks so much for your time on The Full View tonight. Do you believe that President Ramaphosa needs to fire Minister Nene?
Good evening. Thanks for inviting me. I think that under normal circumstances where there is a sense of accountability, the president should not have to fire Nene. The minister should just ask to be relieved of his responsibility. It is very clear he failed to actually discharge, to show judgment. But even after that, he did not fully disclose about his encounters with the Gupta family. So he has become an instant liability to the president's anti-corruption drive. I think he should not wait for the president to have to be pushed to the corner to act. He should think of what the situation dictates. And the situation dictates that he cannot continue as a finance minister, as I see.
Are you saying this because he met certain individuals and didn't fully disclose, even though he has allegedly said that they didn't ask him for any favors or do anything, he should step down on the basis of just meeting individuals?
It's not just on the basis of the meeting. It's on the basis of failure to disclose that. This is not a peripheral issue, the way in which I see it. I mean, remember, in one interview, he had admitted that he only bumped into the family. But now at the commission, he has admitted to having visited the family's private home. So it's not just to say that in that meeting there was no decision that one would say it will impinge on his integrity. But it's about the timing of this disclosure and when he makes this disclosure. I mean, you don't want the finance minister who is easy to blackmail. That is where the problem is about why is it that he did not disclose this meeting much earlier. What is it that, I mean, if it was as casual as it seems to be saying it is, why then was it not disclosed? Why did it have to take another political party to try to blackmail him by threatening to reveal compromising information that we are seeing this disclosure happening in this manner? That raises a great deal of question in my mind.
Okay, let's say that President Cyril Ramaphosa does take your advice and relieve Finance Minister Nene of his duties. The medium-term budget policy statement is coming up on the 24th of October. How will his axing affect this?
Well, the thing is that, look, if you look at the strategy, any president usually expresses their strategy through Treasury. Treasury goes out there, they outline the budget. The medium-term budget policy statement is going to tell us what will be the strategic areas where government will be focusing on. You want it to be delivered by someone with integrity, someone who is not beyond reproach. And I'm afraid even the Commission has spoken about the investigation into some of the things that are being said by the minister. The question is, can he continue to discharge his responsibility fully as a Treasury Minister? Can people and even the market have confidence in him when he goes out to express those strategic objectives of the president of government? I do think that unfortunately the ground has shifted beneath his feet. This is a game changer. He needs to consider his position very carefully. It's not the same.
What for you are the standards of good accountability and good governance? I'm just remembering a quote from Minister Batabile Dlamini, who said they all have smaller yana skeletons. So at what point do we say a minister should be removed for any actions that they might have taken? And would that mean maybe that we wouldn't find ourselves with any ministers who are untouched by anything?
I mean, it's not to say that people should not make mistakes. People make mistakes, and I do think that people apologize, but it is also about honesty. People need to own up, you know, and the problem here, I would say, is the question of when was there own up? Was it done under circumstances where one would say one has thought about it and got a sense of right and wrong and decided to own up and disclose, or was it because one feared the worst information will be released? Unfortunately, we are speculating now because of the lack of proper information, and when you look at this timing. So is there a standard to which one can say a minister should leave office? And so each and every situation has got its own circumstances, but I do think that honesty can always be detected at any point in time. If someone has made their mistakes openly and publicly, and they can admit, yes, but if people are not willing to come forth and they only speak when they are being cornered, that's another thing altogether.
There's rumors floating around that Creasy could be our next finance minister. How much credence do you think those rumors have?
It's news to me. I haven't really heard of the name being put forward. The only thing probably I would say it will be they should vet people. That's all I can say. It's not just about the name now. You can end up with a name that 10 days down the line, is that person is already a public relations nightmare. So I would say that a difficult question needs to be asked to those who will be coming into that position. And I do think if this thing is done through the deployment committee of the ANC, whatever mechanism need to be upheld, and I believe people should be vetted before they come to this position so that they don't become an embarrassment subsequently.
Thanks so much for your time. That was political analyst and author of Ramaphosa's Turn, Can Cyril Save South Africa?